I'm Matt with State of Flux here with another Everyone's a Critic 52-week movie challenge. I am running a little behind, so I'm gonna hopefully get a couple of these videos out in quick succession. Expect about 2 a week for the next, 2 weeks. We are on Challenge 21, a film that has won Best Cinematography. The film I chose is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Year release 2000, aspect ratio 2391, runtime 2 hours. Genre is drama, romance, action, martial arts. Rated PG-13, starring Chow Yun-fat, Michelle Yeoh, Zhang Ziyi, Cheng Chen, and Cheng Pei-Pei. Directed by Ang Lee, produced by Sony Pictures Classics. Written by Hui-Ling Wang, Ku Jung Sai, James Shumas, based on a book by Dulu Wang. Music by Dun Tan. Awards received: Best Cinematography, Best Score, Best Art Direction, and Best International Film. Nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Costume, Best Editing, and Best Song. Why did I choose this particular film? I was looking at all the Best Cinematography options over the past decade, and then it became 2 decades, and plus, really. And most of them were films that I'm pretty intimately familiar with. This is a film that I've seen once back in 2000, 2001, thereabouts, shortly after it won all of its awards. And so I was a little less familiar with this, but this was kind of my gateway into foreign film, really. I think this was the first international film that was subtitled that I ever saw. Certainly I'd seen things like Godzilla beforehand and stuff like that, but this was my gateway into traditional international cinema. And so I was happy to revisit it. Had I seen this film before? Yes, just the one time. Would I recommend this film? Why or why not? Yes, when I first saw it, I liked it. This was my gateway into like swordplay and martial arts kind of films, which kind of broadened my horizons to a lot of other kind of international films from different countries. But it was really weird. Once I saw this one and started visiting other films, I came to like those ones so much more than this one that I never really paid this one a second viewing. So it's kind of weird. This was because of this, it inspired me to watch many others, but then I never came back to it. It's unusual, but I think it's very good. It's essentially a beautiful love story guised as a martial arts epic. And you have 2 parallel journeys of a romance that unfortunately can really never be in both cases, and it's fascinating how it plays out, and there's some interesting philosophies and stuff that's presented that I really quite like, and the performances, especially that of Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi, are so magnetic. You cannot look away. It's a really a stunning, gorgeous film, and plus the action, the choreography in this film is amazing. And I didn't look to see when this film got released in its home country. It came out in 2000 here, so it was about a year after The Matrix and Star Wars Phantom Menace. But those 3 films, those 2 plus this one, really sort of set a visual tone and an artistic style for how action would be presented in years to come. But really, in thinking about it, none has ever achieved what those 3 films have done with their action, with their costuming and their makeup. A lot of the makeup beauty from this film seemed to parallel very similarly with The Phantom Menace, which is one of its, I think inarguably, like Phantom Menace has plenty of faults, but inarguably makeup, costume, and then the action is what sticks out. And you see a lot of that in this, and if I'm not mistaken, this film probably came out in 1999 in the Chinese market before it came here, because that's traditionally kind of how it works. But Anyway, I digress. Great movie, I recommend you watch. Which character were you most able to identify with or connect with, and in what way? I liked all the characters. I really liked the philosophies of Chow Yun-fat. And he is one of my favorite like Hong Kong actors. I really liked him in films like Better Tomorrow and Hard Boiled and a lot of the stuff he did with John Woo. It was nice to see him in a more restrained dramatic role here. However, the scenery is chewed entirely around him by both Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi, who are like, you can't look away whenever they're on screen. They are just like such potent elements for this film. But it is his character that I really kind of liked because of his philosophies. He's trying to reclaim her, the Zhang Ziyi character, rather than defeat her. And that's something that I always kind of like redemption arc kind of story lines, and he's the person who has unyielding faith in her, and I liked that. Best line or most memorable quote, I assumed this would come up, so I wrote it down. It's from Chow Yun-fat's character, right at the very end of the movie. I would rather be a ghost drifting by your side as a condemned soul than enter heaven without you. Because of your love, I will never be a lonely spirit. I loved it. It was beautiful. Were you surprised by the ending, and what would you do differently? I was surprised that I didn't remember, spoiler alert, in 3, 2, 1, jump ahead 1 minute, if you don't want to hear this spoiler. I was surprised that Chow Yun-fat's character died. I did not remember that. I remembered Zhang Ziyi's character dying, but I didn't remember his. So, yeah. That's, no, I wouldn't change it any. It was quite a beautiful ending. I think this film really comes together in the final half hour. Do you feel the cinematography in this film has enhanced it or carried it, and in what ways? So, cinematography. This film is stunning to look at, unquestionably stunning. The location shooting, the way that they photographed so artfully the action and whatnot, it's beautiful, and it knows when to do a close-up and when to pull the camera back. And I chose an international film. I thought that one of the other reasons I chose this film is I figured by choosing a film that is in a foreign language, I'm not going to be focused on the actors or anything that's remotely familiar to me. I'm going to be studying what you're seeing on the canvas of the screen a little more closely. And so I was really pleased with that. And this film is, like, you can take the subtitles off and still kind of understand the story that is unfolding. You can see the parallelism with these two lovers and stuff like that. Well, 4 lovers, I guess. Anything else I would like to add? I looked at the 5 nominees for Best Picture, which this was nominated, and this was easily the best film. The film that won that year was Gladiator, which I would argue was easily the worst of the 5 features that it was up against. I believe it was up against Traffic, Chocolat, Aaron Brockovich, and this. I think Gladiator was by far the worst choice, yet that one is the one that took the gold home. This one took Best International Film, or then Foreign Film, and yes, that movie is great, and this movie's great, and it probably deserves that too, but I think it should have won Best Picture, or Chocolat. Weirdly enough, this film did win for Best Score, and I think that the reason that so many people love Gladiator so much is less the movie itself and more the score of that movie that Hans Zimmer had. So I would have switched it. I would have given Gladiator Best Score for Hans Zimmer's like gorgeous scores. That is easily one of the best scores ever written for a film. And then stripped the Best Picture win from Gladiator and given it to this film, or Chocolat. So that's it. That's what I thought. Looking on to next week, or probably later this week, Challenge number 22 is a musical. That should be fun. I'll see. Oh, I got a perfect one! Well, this is kind of cheating. I might still do it anyway. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Drop a comment, like, all that kind of stuff. Subscribe, that'd be nice. And let me know, what is your favorite international film? What was the movie that you first saw that was an international film? Let's put it that way. This was my first international film with subtitles. What was yours? Thanks for watching. Bye.